Now that we have an understanding of what and why to eat, let's talk about the specific components. I want to drill down on what I consider the most important nutrient. And you don't even think of it as a nutrient. It's fiber. And fiber is cellulose, that structural component left over when we eat plants. Algae, plants, fungi, everything has a structure to it, and it has some residual fiber. Now, if we look at the digestive tract and we think of it as a 10-meter tube, let's say, and we make that 10-meter tube out of like a chain link fence. And so at the beginning, the chain links are actually quite big, and as they taper down and they go, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 5, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, they get very small at the end. And in that, there's different types of molecules that jump out and fall out into the digestive tract, through the digestive tract, and into the general circulation for metabolism. Now, fiber, by its very nature, is bound to carbohydrates. And the cellulose itself is not a food that we can break down as humans. So in the beginning, the digestive tract, we chew our foods. There's an enzyme in our mouth called ptyalin, and it starts to break down carbohydrates. And if you do what I say, which is chew the food until the taste is out of it, your teeth have broken down that fibrous component to very small size that's perfect by design to go through your digestive tract and finally feed that last 2 meters where all the bacteria really live. In the beginning, though, because you've chewed it, the ptyalin has started to work on it, and you start to get the simple sugars to mono and disaccharides to go through the stomach and be absorbed in that first few hundred mils of the small intestine. A lot of nutrition is being done there. And then we throw some soap in there with the bile salts. It's called saponification. And the pancreas throws some enzymes in there to disperse the fats, even pull off more starch. There's something called amylase, and break down proteins. And that happens in that first couple meters of the digestive tract where we're starting to absorb these macronutrients. And then what happens from meter 3 roughly on to meter 7 or 8 is that we're absorbing things, but they're not as much nutrient hit as they were in the beginning. The chain links are getting smaller, but we're getting like phytosterols and vitamins and minerals and enzymes and things like that are starting to be absorbed in great amounts. When we're eating a plant-based diet, this is really important because we have to eat that 35 to 50 grams of fiber a day. And most people are eating 15. Now, if you're eating 15, you're going to be missing a lot of those nutrients, those carotenoids, those phytosterols, those ubiquinones, those all these different types of things, the purple stuff in the grape skins. You're going to miss all that. And so as it goes further down the track and nothing's left but the fiber, then it goes to town and feeds the bacteria in your in your large intestine. And those bacteria, which weighs 2 to 3 kilos worth of bacteria down there, they digest that cellulose and it feeds them. And their poop, their happy poop, releases something called a short chain fatty acid. And we absorb that and use it for energy. In addition, they make things like pantothenic acid. They have byproducts that we need to help control inflammation throughout every cell in our body. It's really a symbiotic relationship. And that's what I want to get you to understand. So if you look at this email and it shows you that there's 10 highest foods of fiber, you can basically think all plants are there, but these are exceptionally high. But there's that indigestible fiber that has to make it all the way down to the colon, feed our bugs, and allow our system to then convert that energy. How important is that energy? If you're getting 15 grams a day and pooping every 2 days, which is kind of the average, you're not getting much. Okay. And that will be more of a rancid, kind of a high fat environment, a high protein environment, residual putrefaction, and not a very healthy colon. So in this particular case, when we get a lot of plant fiber in there, we're getting our big bowl of porridge and our fruit and our salads and our soups and our stir fries and our root vegetables and starches like that. We're getting massive amounts of calories and bulk and fiber that make it down in here. Feed our friends, our 10,000 different bacteria down there, and make all this plethora of great things for us. Now, if you're eating the standard diet with 15 grams of fiber, you may be getting 2, 3, 4% of your energy from your colon bacteria helping you propel you. And if you're a normal person eating 15 grams of fiber a day, you're probably eating for 15 and a half hours a day. So your digestive tract never has a chance to really function optimally. On the other hand, you're getting intermittent feeding, you're getting some rest in there, and you're getting 50 grams of fiber a day, you're pooping 2, 3 times a day. Now what's happening is that you're getting 10, 20, sometimes 30% of your energy is coming from the bacteria in your colon, not just the fats, carbohydrates, and proteins you absorb. You're getting residual breakdown of that cellulose, liberating energy in a clean burning fuel that you can use. Now, this is extremely important because when I teach athletes this and they finally get enough beans and starches in their diet, it's like, oh, it's like somebody gave me an extra gear on the bike. I'm going faster, farther with less effort. Of course you are. You got a second dose of energy coming in a sustainable way from your own bacteria. So fiber is a key, and think about the food's fiber content, but most importantly, you got to chew. Chew first. Your teeth, we're not wolves. We don't bite things like this in a scissor fashion. We do more like a cow. We grind things down. So we do this and we do this. We're very good at that. Most mammals do. And it gets things to the right size, gets it down there, chew the taste out of it, let your digestive tract do the rest, and you'll be fine. All right. Thank you.